Oh my God. You know, Dr. Umar might be the prince of of Africanism. He might be the King Kong of this consciousness movement. He might have 6 degrees, probably in his refrigerator, but when it comes to this subject, oh my God, I got a headache. He recently did a review on Black Panther 2. And I think even the most generous person admit that it was average at best. Only diehards are saying that it was great. No. I think over time people will see it was not that good. That said, the points that I am about to play that he made, I ain't gonna lie, I got a headache listening to this. I was cussing under my breath because there was so much stuff that he got wrong during this. I didn't watch the whole thing. I only watched like maybe 7 or 8 minutes of it. Then I had to cut it off because personally, I'm immune to garbage. And when garbage tries to enter my system, be it physically or mentally or spiritually, I tend to get ill and I tend to gag. Just listen to this and see, and I'll be back with my commentary.
Vibranium was supposed to be native to Wakanda, but Ryan Coogler and whoever else wrote that horrible screenplay gave the underwater Mexicans vibranium too and made them as strong as the Wakandans. Why would you build up Black Panther as strongly as you did in the first movie only to turn around and tear the damn thing down? The Mexicans were clearly stronger than the Africans in that movie. The Mexicans were whipping our ass the whole movie. The Mexican leader, and I forget his name, he got more screen time in the movie than the Black Panther did. If this movie is about Black Panther, emphasis on black, why are our children in the movie theater watching an underwater Mexican hero get more screen time than the black hero in the movie? You don't understand my analysis because you are a multiculturalist. You don't understand my analysis because you are a multiculturalist. Only someone in love with black people would understand my analysis. Only someone in love with black people would understand my analysis. It was a disgrace. And then I understand Prince T'Challa passed on. I understand Prince T'Challa passed on. I understand Prince T'Challa, but Ryan Coogler, can you explain to me, bro? Black Panther is the only major. We got Black Adam with The Rock. We got Luke Cage, but Black Panther is the only major hero that has been put on a television screen for our children. Black, masculine, alpha male, Chadwick Boseman, Prince T'Challa. Black, African, alpha male, Chadwick Boseman, Prince T'Challa. Black, African, alpha male, Chadwick Boseman, Prince T'Challa. Why did you not allow the Black Panther legacy to continue through a heterosexual black man? Why did you have to reinvent the Panther in his little sister? The war on black masculinity continues. The war on black masculinity continues. The war on black masculinity, I understand in the comic book. The little sister Zuri becomes Panther for a while. I understand that, but you could have delayed that. You could have ignored that. You could have exempted that. Our sons need to see examples of strong black men. So I don't want to hear nothing about what the comic books say, because that's nothing but an excuse. You can rewrite comics just like they rewrite everything else. We should have had a strong black man pick up where Chadwick Boseman left off. We should have had a strong black man pick up where Chadwick Boseman left off. Instead, you give us a little black girl. That's the best you can do. And not only that, did you notice all the major characters on the Wakandan side were women? Only M'Baku of the Jabari tribe, and he was not a major character. The whole Wakandan movement was women. Respect to the black queens. I didn't have a problem with them, but where are the kings to go with the queens? If you got a movie about African people, where are the strong African men? Was Black Panther 2 a scheme to continue to emasculate black men and masculinize black women? So the Mexicans, they have an alpha male. He was kicking everybody's ass. The underwater Mexicans had an alpha male. So it was okay for the underwater Mexicans to have an alpha male, but the Africans had to have a little black girl? Ryan Coogler, you was cool with that, bro? Ryan Coogler, you was cool with that. One alpha male on the Mexican side kicked our whole ass. One alpha male on the Mexican side kicked our whole ass. And it's bad enough you didn't let the Panther live through a brother. It's bad enough you didn't let the Panther live through a brother. But on top of that, you ain't have no brothers in the movie. The movie was 90% black women. So if a black man takes his son to the movies, first he got to watch the Mexican whip everybody's ass. And can you explain to me why you had to let the Mexican kill Angela Bassett? I was disturbed by that, Ryan Coogler. I know it's a movie, but symbolism matters. Movie symbolism matters. Why did you let the Mexican kill the African queen mother, brother? Why couldn't she have died of natural causes? Isn't it interesting? T'Challa's uncle is killed in the first Panther. T'Challa's father is killed in the first Panther. T'Challa is killed in the second Panther. T'Challa's mother is killed in the second Panther. Why are all the black men in Black Panther being wiped out? Why are all the black men being wiped out of Black Panther? Help me understand this. Captain America ain't wiped out. Iron Man ain't wiped out. Incredible Hulk ain't wiped out. Spider-Man ain't wiped out. But when it comes to us, they got to kill every black male in the series? Come on, y'all. I respect Ryan Coogler. He's a great producer, but the themes in that movie are horrible. And I would bet my life that the FBI and the CIA is controlling the Black Panther script. You are not going to tell me that these two movies with these ridiculous scripts.
Okay, this look on my face is pretty much the look on my face I had the entire time in that little over 7-minute clip. The whole video is 14 minutes. If you want to look at it, I will, only for one of the few times ever, I will put the link down in the comment section. You can listen to Umar's whole argument. But let me break down what's in his argument here. First off, vibranium native to Wakanda? No, fool. It came crashing down from outer space. And as we know, if you read basic science, meteors break when coming into orbit, or can break when coming into orbit. What makes you think a piece of that vibranium meteorite didn't break where the Mexicans were, or the Aztecs were? Just saying, it is not an impossibility. Number two, the Mexican beat us the whole film. First of all, it's beat the Wakandans. Second of all, these folks are fiction, not real. Yeah, I get that representation and symbolism is everywhere, but no, they did not. Because if that was the case, if they beat us the whole film, they would have won at the end. They didn't win at the end, so apparently they didn't beat us the whole film. Number 3, why was Shuri the Black Panther? Not only because it didn't happen in the comics, it was a journey for her to heal and a way to honor her brother, Prince T'Challa. And that leads me to number 4, Prince T'Challa. Dude, he was King T'Challa by the time, sorry about that, guys. He was King T'Challa by the time the second Black Panther began. He was Prince T'Challa in Captain America Civil War. That tells me right here, Dr. Umar Johnson apparently does not watch the MCU, does not even watch just the movies, because if he'd have watched the films, he would have known this. He was not Prince T'Challa. He was Prince T'Challa in Captain America Civil War and the very beginning of Black Panther. But after the fight at Waterfall, at the Wakandan waterfalls, after that fight with M'Baku, he was King T'Challa. Please address him accordingly. Number 5, Wakandans were women. 90% of the force was women. Where have you been? They established that even as far back as Captain America Civil War. Once again, they established that then. They established that in the first Black Panther film. What the hell was you watching, sir? Number 6, you need a strong foe to challenge a hero, or in this case, heroes. Because if you don't, you know what you get? A typical Superman film, unless you get a talented writer that knows what they're doing. Because if you have the Wakandans just running over everybody with no challenge, why should I care about them? Just saying. You need a strong foe to challenge them. And guess what? The Atlanteans, and yeah, that's what I'm going to call them, even though they technically weren't. The Atlanteans, led by Namor, and that's the name of the character, by the way, sir. Those cats needed a foe, and they gave it to them. Now, was it very well executed? Now, I will agree with you on that. It wasn't very well executed, but it was still there. Another point, T'Challa's father was killed in the Black Panther. Once again, sir, you missed a point. He was killed in Captain America Civil War. So if you bothered to watch that film, you would have known that. And the last part, Iron Man ain't killed off, Captain America ain't killed off, the Hulk ain't killed off, Spidey ain't dead. Why the Black Man killed off? I was like, okay, first of all, on Iron Man, which is the most glaring one of the bunch, sir, got one thing to say on that. Avengers Endgame. Watch it sometime. Captain America, yeah, technically Steve Rogers ain't dead, but he's old as crap. So for all intents and purposes, he is gone. And if you'd have bothered to watch the MCU, you know Sam Wilson is now Captain America, at least in the MCU. True, the Hulk is not dead. However, they have basically emasculated the Hulk to the point where he's practically a joke now. I mean, they have slowly emasculated him since really Avengers 2 Age of Ultron. To the point where he's practically a non-factor. The last time he felt anything close to being the Hulk was Thor Ragnarok, and it wasn't even his film. So yeah, Spidey ain't dead in the MCU, yeah. But you're trying to say they ain't never killed Spider-Man. I can remember a comic book called Spider-Man, which was for the least the first 20-some issues, was written by Todd McFarlane, where in fact he was dead and he faced off in the afterlife with Thanos. I can also remember a storyline called The Ultimate Spider-Man, where Peter Parker was killed and he's dead in that universe. That's how we got Miles Morales. And oh, that's right, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Guess what? Peter Parker died there. And that became the origin of Miles Morales there too. You might want to rent it and say it sometimes, saying they never kill off their other heroes. Yes they have. And so far in the MCU, Iron Man's seems to be permanent. So nah. I had all kinds of problems. Now, the only thing I will agree with him on is that this whole script was not executed very well. I will totally agree with him on that. But everything else, I'm like, oh my God, man, give me some Advil. I'm getting a freaking headache listening to this dude. And one other thing, when I hear idiot, I don't mind disagreements with people that actually make intelligent points and actually can back up their points. But when you're just spouting off dogma for the sake of dogma and people are eating your bullshit and asking for seconds like it's gourmet, that's when I start to have a problem. That's when I want to, well, I think this clip says it best, of another infamous dude that I look at sideways named Steven Seagal. I think this clip says it best, what I want to do to fools like that, or wish I could do to at least their ideas. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm out.
Fuck you!